No, we'll have a test after this. It'll be a while.
Is that what they're like? Will that test for final grade?
Well, I don't know. I have to see. Depends. Might have little grades between now and
They
then.
pose like a lot of optional assignments.
Not optional.
Instead of like a semester test.
No, we won't have a semester test.
So like instead one you should post like 50 optional assignments.
It won't be optional. If I post an assignment, it'll be an assignment. All right. Okay, so the other day what we did was we used our calculator and we found the sine of 105. And then I gave you this formula that I circled up here. And we found the sine of 105 using special right triangles. And now we're going to do the same thing, only I'm giving you, or you have in your notes, both of the formulas that, again, I don't expect you to memorize those, but I do expect you to be able to use them. So, for example, find the exact value of the sine of 15 using two angles from the unit circle whose difference is 15. We basically have just a few angles that we use. The 30, 60, 90 triangle. We have a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Or any that have a reference angle that is 30 or 60 or 45. So like for 15, to find the sine of 15, that's the same thing as the sine of, and it says it wants you to use a difference. So two angles that we could subtract to give us 15, but we can use special right triangles to figure it out. So two special right triangle angles that will subtract 45, okay. 45 minus 30. Now, is that the only one? Probably not. 60 minus 45. Yeah, there's tons of them actually. So, but yeah, that's one. So perfect.
Austin offered. Report to class at this time. Austin offered. Report to Miss Taylor's room.
Okay. So on a different sheet of paper here, I'm going to draw 45 and 30 and so on. All right, so 45-degree angle. It's right here. Across from the 45 is what?
45. Oh, sorry.
Square root of 2. Yeah. Square root of 2. And so across from this 45 is also square root of 2. And the hypotenuse? Is that right?
No, that was 1.
Yeah. It's 1, 1, and the hypotenuse is square root of 2. All right. So we're going to need, according to, if you look at this up here, that one right here, we're going to need the sine of 45 is A, so sine of 45 times the cosine of 30, because 30 is B. Everybody see where I'm getting those? Okay. Minus the cosine of what? 45 times what? 30. Okay. So we're going to need the sine and the cosine of 45 and the sine and the cosine of 30. So let's look at that. So using this special right triangle, because this would be a non-calculator question, what's the sine of 45? Remember, SOHCAHTOA. Yeah, so here's opposite, here's the hypotenuse, here's the adjacent. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so 1 over square root of 2. Just leave it like that, it's fine. We need the cosine of 45 also. Yep, same thing. It's adjacent over hypotenuse. It just so happens on a 45, 45, 90 triangle, it's isosceles. So they're both same side. Okay, we also need sine and cosine of 30-degree angles. So let's look at that real quick. Okay, so the side across from the 30 is what? 1. And then the adjacent side, or the side across from the 60, is square root of 3. Hypotenuse? 2. It's just 2. It's square root of 2 and a 45, 45. So we need the sine of 30 and the cosine of 30. Becca, what's the sine of 30?
1 over 2.
Good. Mario, what's cosine of 30? There you go. So now we have all that, and we can use that stuff. And you can make like a little cheat sheet for you to use in class and for your homework and stuff with these triangles and this stuff figured out, so you don't have to keep writing it down. Okay, so we have sine of 45, which was 1 over the square root of 2. Forgot. Cosine of 30 was square root of 3 over 2. Minus cosine of 45, which was 1 over the square root of 2. And the sine of 30 is 1 over 2. So following order of operations, you multiply before you add or subtract. So top times top, bottom times bottom, minus top times top, bottom times bottom. They have a common denominator, so it's just square root of 3 minus 1 over 2 square root of 2. Now, if you look at, when you go to look at your answers, if you may get one that looks different because maybe they don't have square root of 2 on the bottom, and that's okay. Just make sure that, if you plugged it in the calculator, it gave you the same answer. Okay, I'm going to put you in a group of 2 and a group of 3. And I want you guys to figure out, well, let's figure this out together first, so we're all doing the same thing. Okay, sine of 285, we're looking for a sum of 2 angles. Now the reference angles, it doesn't mean the angle themselves, but the reference angles need to be something we can find either using a unit circle or using a special right triangle. I need 2 angles that add to give me 285. So I'm going to need something over here. That I can add to either like 45 or 30.
Wait, is it 285?
The angle, this was 285. So I need two angles, like something plus 45 or something plus 30 or something plus 60 that has a special right triangle that's a 30, a 40.
I was just getting confused. I thought
it'd be in the fourth quadrant.
Yeah, I thought it'd be in the fourth quadrant.
Let's see. Oh, I probably did draw wrong. Thank you very much. Yeah, because that's 270. The actual angle will be in the fourth quadrant. Yes, you're right. But something plus one of these, I'm just trying to find the other angle that adds to one of these to give us the 285 angle. Okay, if we do 225 plus what? Plus 60, okay? So if this is 225, what's the special right angle here? What's this reference angle? 45, yeah, because this is 180 plus 45 more makes it 225. 180 plus 45, yes, it's 225. Good. So that's a 45-degree angle. It's just over here. So we're going to do 225 plus 60. So 225 plus 60. And I'm going to let I'm just going to put you together. So, Amaria, scoot over. I'm going to put you in different groups next time. Amaria, scoot over with Jose and Becca. And y'all do this problem. And then, of course, I don't know if you two can work together or not. But Jenna and Cameron, y'all, you can work individually and then check, or you can just do it together. However you want to do it. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to work on it. Then we'll come back. This is what I would normally do in a non-COVID year. You guys would be so used to getting up and moving around that it would be no big deal. In a COVID year, I couldn't do all the things that I normally do.
I can't wait till next year.
Yeah, me either. I can't wait till summer, to be honest with you. But after that,
I'm so happy.
I don't know. Can you work with Becca? Don't forget about poor Jose. You guys might want to utilize Jose.